And now at 33 as the plunge forward gets an Eskimo first down. And that's what's remarkable for me. I think this is the best average season for a quarterback ever. I mean, the numbers are off the charts.
Well, it'll be his best. I mean, if he continues as he's playing at this point, he'll have a personal best. His best was in 08 when he led the Calgary Stampeders to a championship. He had 5,093 yards, 39 touchdowns, you mentioned.
I just say average because it's only netted 5 wins so far.
Yeah,
Play action fake and a completion to Stamps.
It really is bizarre. I mean, and I guess you could chalk it up, Chris, to that old saying, that old cliche in football, which is, you know, offenses are entertaining and fun to watch, but it's defenses that you win with. And with the defensive struggles Hamilton has gone through, their record does not reflect the numbers that Henry Burris has put on the board.
First down catch for Stamps. Hugh Charles is back in. 4 receivers wide side, and that ball batted into the air and falls incomplete. In the area was D. Webb. And was that Marcel Young off the edge with the deflection? Corner blitz.
Coming from the left of your screen.
Well, check that, Ricardo Coakley, the former Eskimo.
Times his jump perfectly. Oftentimes, coming off the edge like that, you get in trouble when you jump. Quarterback will pump fake you and duck underneath it.
5th different Sam linebacker this year who has suited up for the Ticats. Second down and a completion over the middle. Coakley with the tackle, but it's an Edmonton first down and a catch by Matt Carter.
Kerry Joseph stepped into that throw. And he's got a strong arm, and he wants to go and get aggressive. He's trying to get the call from the bench. And Matt Carter's a tight end on this last play, and he's going to go down and watch him just knife this in. I mean, this is just putting the ball right on the target. Bam, right between the 8 and the 6.
Twelve-yard gain, first down, 49-yard line. And here's the roll to the right side for Joseph. And fires it off the fingertips of Webb, who thought he should have had a pick.
D. Webb almost had his third. I mean, they got what they wanted offensively, which was Kerry Joseph to get on the corner and get outside of containment. And when he did bounce outside like that, had some time, I don't think he even saw D. Webb.
Webb, who had the 98-yard interception, returned for a touchdown in the first meeting against the Eskimos. Second and 10. And that one batted in the air, up for grabs, and incomplete. Jacquez Smith had a shot at that one, and it slips through his fingertips.
Big man, his first game, gets a chance for the tip ball here. I didn't see who got their hand on it. I saw Ray Williams coming, little stunt, and it was Jermaine McIlvain, the team leader in sacks and the team leader in tackles for losses, and he gets a good push, gets his hands on there, and big man just can't come up with it.
Ticats had 9 knockdowns from their D linemen coming into the game, and chalk up another. On a hop to Williams, and he is taken down quickly. A short tackle by the newcomer, Kai Stewart, the former Saskatchewan Rough Rider, but a flag is down. Eskimos called for no yards on that return. Let's head to the sidelines here again. Ryan Rashog.
Yeah, Chris, the Hamilton Tiger Cats with a chance to exercise a few demons here with a win tonight. Haven't won a football game at Commonwealth Stadium since 2006. They've lost 9 of their last 10 here, and overall, the franchise just 7-25 in Edmonton. Their saving grace, though, just might be Henry Burris. Been pretty good here in Edmonton. Broken Eskimo fans' hearts a few times. He's 8-5 at a starter and 1-0 in the playoffs here at Commonwealth.
reuniting with his family this week here in Edmonton. His wife and 2 sons make the trip up from Calgary. In completion to start this series.
Well, let's take a look at his record against this Edmonton Eskimo team. That's 8-5 here in Commonwealth Stadium. He's 18-10 overall as a Calgary Stampeder against Edmonton. Many great matchups between he and Ricky Ray in the Battle of Alberta. So it's been a tough place for the Ticats to win, but Henry Burris has found the secret.
Second and 10. Here comes the heat. And a screen to Walker, and he's got a lot of room. Siobhan Walker across midfield and still going. And inside the 40-yard line. And Suits, as that play developed, it looked like it might have been touchdown.
Well, absolutely, and Siobhan Walker, who hasn't had a lot of playing time of late, and maybe that's why he's just a little rusty. But first of all, the play call, because watch Henry Burris retreat here. Siobhan Walker comes out on the screen. It's full blitz by Edmonton. If you can call the screen with full blitz, nobody back there to cover for the Edmonton Eskimos. Now just can the quarterback get it out of there? And he does. And Siobhan Walker runs right into the tackle after a 44-yard gain.
And now Coburn, or Walker, upended in the backfield as Weldon Brown shot the gap and drops Walker for a loss.
You know, hey, Siobhan Walker is probably a little bit rusty because remember back in BC, he took a screen pass like that the distance. We've seen him with great acceleration and just run away from people, much like Chris Williams, but he might be trying to find his rhythm again. That last screen pass, it looked like he ran right into a guy that was already blocked.
Second and 13. Burris fakes, and he'll go down. Henry Burris dropped by Jermaine Reed.
You got to give a lot of credit to this Edmonton D-line. After that screen play, easy to get your head down, get demoralized, and just kind of let up a little bit. But not this D-line that's been put together, patched together. No Julius Williams, no Marcus Howard, no Etienne Legare. They just keep battling.
Bartel looks for the corner after consecutive losses. Forced the Ticats out of field goal range, but they have backed up the Eskimos here in the third quarter. Closed captioning is brought to you by Gibson's 100th Grey Cup commemorative whiskey. Available now in limited supply at local liquor stores. So the Bartel kick has the Eskimos pinned inside their 10. Drop snap from Kerry Joseph, picks it up, looks for Stamps, lays out, incomplete. A near highlight reel catch from Fred Stamps.
You don't see this very often, but Fred Stamps goes out and lines up as a wide receiver on this play and then runs the curl, but when he does, I think he brings it in just a little bit too far. And tremendous effort to get to it. As that ball thrown to his outside shoulder.
Still without a 100-yard game this season. Flag was down.
Major foul, face mask, Hamilton, number 23, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Marcel Young gets flagged.
Penalty against 23, Marcel Young makes it first and 10 for the Eskimos at the 23-yard line.
That's likely playing bump and run away from the play, and just in that press coverage, getting your hands up in the face mask of a receiver can get you in trouble.
This Ticat defense still without Carlos Thomas, Bo Smith, Markeith Knowlton. Marcel Young returning after being absent for much of the year. First down, Joseph will take a shot. What Stamps? And Stamps comes down with it. What a catch. Flag down on the play, and even with that, Fred Stamps holds on.
Looks like they got pass interference, which won't matter. The Edmonton Eskimos will take the play, and by the time the ball arrived, Stamps was in double coverage.
Forward pass interference. Hamilton, number 6. That penalty will be declined as it results in a catch. First down.
42-yard play.
This is where we normally see Fred Stamps line up. Inside slot back, straight seam route, go get it. And watch, he ends up in double coverage. Matt Buckner, the safety's going to come over, read it properly, get there, and it doesn't matter. He fights it off.
Back to work. Joseph going to take another shot. Matt Carter, and it's pulled or dropped incomplete. D-Webb had another, and this one should have been caught by the Ticat defender.
Well, he's had 2 in his hands now, and you mentioned the one he had against Edmonton, getting his hands on the ball, and that one should have been caught as well. I mean, just 2 that's gone right through his hands. This is the tougher of the 2, as a matter of fact, but well underthrown.
Almost looked like he was setting himself up for the return before he secured the football. Gary Joseph's looking downfield, isn't he? 2nd and 10. And now he'll pull it down. And he's got the first down. On a feet first slide at the 25. 20 yards for Gary Joseph.
Well, it opens up big time when Ray Williams vacates to cover a receiver and the back out of the backfield. This is the beauty of sometimes releasing your back, because the linebacker's got to go cover him. And what does that do? Opens up the middle. Vacate the middle, no linebacker. Joseph sees it, he's gone.
Well, there's the touch by Coakley, and Hugh Charles brought down by Ray Williams as Coakley was well ahead of the play.
Ray Williams has been very active here in this football game. We haven't had a chance to talk about him much, but he's been flying around. That time he just threw Hugh Charles to the ground. A little frustrated, I'm sure, that he had to, his responsibility took him away from a chance to tackle Gary Joseph on that last play.
Offside. Hamilton, number 27. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
You mentioned Markeith Knowlton. Replacing him is Ricardo Coakley, and he's offside, and we'll show you by how much. 1, 2, about 2 yards offside. And apparently Markeith Knowlton's been practicing, looks good, and may return next week.
Last time these 2 teams met, it was Brock Campbell at that spot, and he turned out to be the defensive player of the week for his efforts, but he was injured in the following game against Winnipeg. Hugh Charles, 7th touch of the game, and Ray Williams there for another tackle.
What a drive by Gary Joseph. I know it's been penalty aided, but this drive started inside the 10-yard line. It was a perfect angled punt by the Hamilton Tiger Cats to pin Edmonton deep, and Joseph has pulled him out of this hole and a chance to score here. This is why Kavis Reed made the decision to go with the veteran, the elder statesman at quarterback.
First down for Charles and the Eskimos. Back into Hugh Charles' hands. Touchdown! And the Eskimos are back in front.
Last time Hugh Charles got the ball for 10 or more carries, the Edmonton Eskimos won. It was against Toronto. It was 6 weeks ago. He had 15 carries from the backfield. Starting to add up. Hugh Charles will show you what he can do with it.
15-yard touchdown run. Shaw adds the extra point. What a drive. 8 plays, 102 yards, and a backflip from Hugh Charles. Hayden Panettiere and Connie Britton star in Nashville, an all-new series starting Wednesday at 10 on CTV2.
I love the city. Sure, I love the series. 6 rushes so far for Hugh Charles.
Love you, Dad.
Gets up to 10 or more. It's good news for
boys
Edmonton.
at home. K-Town represent. All my boys back at home. Love you guys.
Nice run. Used a little patience, some speed to get to the outside. Got a nice block up front from his right tackle, Devin Tyler.
Grant Shaw, the kickoff. Siobhan Walker on the return. And this will set up Henry Burris. Good return up over the 50-yard line.
Looked like me that Jamal Johnson, the outside linebacker for Hamilton, thought that because of his speed, Hugh Charles might try and bounce this, but watch the block by right tackle Devin Tyler here. They're going to slide outside. Now hold it here. Now, this is Jamal Johnson trying to make sure he's got contained, and that Charles goes inside, but he gets washed too far that way, and then Hugh Charles got the nice cutback lane, little patience there, and then another cut, and he's in pay dirt.
Well, this one's warming up. We've had 4 lead changes. Starting to live up to the billing of a playoff preview type game. And across midfield for Coburn.
Well, again, so important for both these teams. I mean, the Hamilton Tiger Cats want to make sure that they don't open up a door for any crossover possibility. Of course, last week we were talking about Edmonton saying, you know, they had to win in Calgary to keep their home playoff chance alive. That died last week, but they now are fighting for their playoff lives.
Look into Stala, incomplete. And just like that, 2 and out. So unable to capitalize on the field position from the Walker kickoff, and Bartell and the punt team come on.
That's how a defense takes the momentum of a touchdown and adds to it by getting it 2 and out. Put the offense right back out there while they're hot.
First 2 and out of the game for the Ticats offense. Joe Burnett and Mark Beswick down in a hurry. Did that ball come loose? The Ticats are signaling that's the case.
Joe Burnett on the return gets about 3 yards.
And no indication from the officials. Avon Coburn down on the scene.
Well, the initial point was Edmonton ball, but now
they are saying it is Ticat football.
The ruling on the play is the ball was fumbled, then recovered by Hamilton.
Wow.
First down, Hamilton.
Because I swear I saw one official rule Edmonton ball first. Let's take a look at the fumble.
And that ball's coming out. And again, the ruling on the field is a fumble recovery by the Tiger Cats. And it looks like that ball was popped loose by Beswick. Anna Carter's on the scene, and I think it's Coburn that comes up with it.